everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks, Chiefs, going up against Newton's Panthers. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Carolina Panthers. Fozzie Whitaker now on the return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Newton on first down. Caught left side by Funchess. No gain, and it's second down. Here's the lineup and a big boy in the backfield, Tolbert.
It's real easy to look at him and immediately picture a bowling ball scattering pins. That's exactly what Mike Tolbert does.
To throw on second down is Newton. He hits Stewart in the flat. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Marcus Peters is a former first-round pick who has great anticipation and tremendous ball skills.
Now Newton. And Ginn's got it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On second down, here's Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now Olsen, Charles, battled back spasms, missed the second game of the Panthers in the preseason. They're just hoping when they suit up for real, he'll be good to go.
And Cam Newton has to have him. That was his #1 target last season, and Greg Olsen went to the Pro Bowl. But when he missed the game against the Tennessee Titans, I saw that game. That allowed Cam Newton to find Devin Funchess and welcome back Kelvin Benjamin, 2 big targets out wide.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for the... And that'll be caught. Panthers touchdown. It's Benjamin with a grab. Kelvin Benjamin, 29 yards. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Charles the lone setback. They're going to give it to him running right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And as we peer at this offense now, let's look at Jamal Charles, a guy who continues to be so productive in this league.
No matter where he touches it on the field, there's a very good chance he can go the distance.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got the size, the hands.
The speed. Can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Smith will hand it off here to Charles. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
Charles Johnson off the edge. A long day for any offensive tackle.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And that is incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Coney Ely in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Dustin Colquitt to punt for KC. Back deep for the Panthers, Ted Ginn. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2, as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. So the Carolina Panthers offense trotting out there, and every time you look at their offense moving onto the field, you can't help but notice those big 6'4" and 6'5" wide receivers in Funchess and Benjamin.
Monster guys, and don't forget they both weigh 230 to 240, so trying to go through them to get the ball, very difficult to do, but their timing in the preseason, their increased play is evident. It's going to make Cam Newton a better quarterback. And when you've got receivers that size, it's not an accident. Their general manager, he told me, I like big players.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle.
Set. 180. Come on now. Check 15. Check 15. 20. 25. Check 25. Set. 180.
To throw on second down is Newton. He hits Stewart in the flat. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Just 1 yard to go here on second down. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the red zone now, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. But with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
It's a 10-yard gain there that sets him up now first and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. They come out here in the I. Now Newton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Throwing again is Newton. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Devin Funchess, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Smith going to turn and give to Charles. And some room to roam now. And a cut to the sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamal Charles, 73 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A dump off here to Stewart. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that special.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To the air again, Newton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nice gain of 21 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Newton on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Second down now after the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's brought down after a good game. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they're operating in the red zone. Now a first down throw for Newton. And his throw here's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ted Ginn, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Charles. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. He's got it to West on the dump off. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From the red zone now, Smith. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
They'll run it with West. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. On 4th down, Smith. That's caught at the 3. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Stewart is the lone setback. Newton on 3rd down. Completes it to Dixon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now Stewart on 1st down. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Nine yards to go. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On second down, Jamal Charles. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 30 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
A toss play. Here comes Charles. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it'll give the Chiefs a 1st down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
On 1st down, it's Charles again. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And they still need 8 yards for the 1st here on 2nd down. Back to throw, Smith. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. He's going to go deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
They go back to Stewart on 1st. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, But I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now 3rd down, less than a yard. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Here's Mike Cyphers now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. And out come the Chiefs now. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Second down following the incompletion. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Oh, Travis Kelce unable to pull it in. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
Well, Charles, there's an old saying, don't let a loss beat you twice.
You're exactly right about that, Brandon. When you look at it and all of your preparation went into winning this week, now you have to absorb a loss and find a way to shake it off.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.